Hey, y'all. It's Tuesday night. Let's get our co-host in. All the topics tonight. I know last week we had y'all for a long time. And tonight we're going to be respectful of the time. We always want to be respectful of your time. And so we want to make sure that we are respectful of your time. But we are definitely going to talk about budgeting tonight. Living and learning with cousins. I'm just waiting for my co-host to come on so we can hit this topic head on. This is what we do every Tuesday night. We hit real life, real issues, real talk. We keep it real lit, L-I-T, real life, real issues, real talk. And tonight we talking about budgeting. We got some things that we want to share with you. I'm just waiting for my co-host to come on. And when he get on, we going to get started for y'all. In the meantime, we're going to play a little bit of music for you. And we're going to get started here in this hot second. You there? I can't hear you. Hey, cousin.
What up, though, cousin? Can you hear me?
It's going down. So we always start our episodes off with a knowledge nugget. Start that out, cousin.
Yeah, I kicked that off. I kick it off, yo. What up, everybody? Champagne in the house. Watch your mouth.
Watch
Know
your
what I
mouth.
mean, living and learning with cousins. I'm about to hit you with the knowledge nugget of the day. Okay, my knowledge nugget of the day. I'm always coming on a scientific angle.
Always, I
Okay.
love it. You teach me so much,
Hey,
cousin.
Shanta. You know
Hey,
Shanta.
Shantae.
Hey. Oh,
That's my
Shantae.
boo.
Oh, that's what's cracking.
Yes.
All right, so boom, knowledge nugget. Today I'm going to teach you guys about the Mpemba effect. Mpemba. Yeah, it sounds like an African name because the African dude invented it. Okay. And Pemba effect pretty much says that hot water freezes into ice quicker than cold water. It's true. Now it is temperature dependent, obviously, but yes, hot water can freeze into ice quicker than cold water does. The reason why is because hot water has the ability to evaporate faster than cold water. Wouldn't you agree? Because when you boil in water, obviously steam rises and it's a little less water in your pot because it's evaporated. Cold water can't do that, right?
Right.
So since it has the ability to evaporate, that means it can more easily turn into air. Okay. Now that's very
Mm,
important because air has the ability to take on and change temperatures very quickly. You ever been in a pool or a body of water and that water is really warm, even though the air is cold, and that
yeah,
water's still warm? Or you've been in a hot place where the water's still cold? Because water takes a longer time to change temperature than air does, right?
right,
So, since the hot water can easily evaporate and turn itself into air, when it becomes that air, then it can easily change temperatures, which means freeze really fast and turn to snow. Hence why if you in a cold place where it's, freezing temperatures and you take some hot water and you go outside and you throw it in the air, it's gonna turn to snow before it hits the ground.
right.
But if you throw cold water in the air, this is gonna be cold water and hit the ground and never turn to snow.
Mm.
The Mpemba effect. M as in Mary, P as in Peter, E as in Echo, M as in Mary, B as in boy, A as in apple. Mpemba
Imba.
effect.
I like that word, impimba.
Mpemba. hmm That's my knowledge nugget for today. You've been schooled.
Yeah.
You have been schooled.
Yes, I have been schooled. Okay. Y'all know I like to do my knowledge nugget. I like to relate it to the topic. We talking about budgeting. So I got one
hmm
simple liner. One liner.
One liner.
Sacrifice equals wealth. Simple. Sacrifice equals wealth. Y'all want me to break it down?
Of course.
Of course.
I want you to break it
So
down.
when you sacrifice, well, let me just tell you this. I had a wise man tell me, let me just say he's my blood, older. I'm sure Champagne can probably guess. He said that, when he was thinking about building a business and he was thinking about, doing, things, bigger things, he said his friends was going out, they was spending their money. He said, but he was paying himself $100 every paycheck. That $100 every paycheck, it turned into a lucrative business. So while
mm
his friends was going out, he wasn't going out. He wasn't spending his money in the bar,
Mm-mm.
to shake a tail feather, and what the old school would say. So,
Had a little rub.
right. Sacrifice equals wealth. We have to sacrifice in order to get there. If you think about it, I mean, I see somebody that came on and gave me some great advice about budgeting. And she said, and this is my cousin. Let me just go ahead and call her out. This is my cousin Eleanor, and she said, and I carry it with me, and I carry it in everything I do because it was great advice about budgeting. She said, if you owe someone, you never can save.
Mm.
And she broke it down for me, and she said that if you got a mortgage, if you got a car note, if you financing things, if your credit card bill, is not paid off, then how you saving? I was like, girl, you got a point there. I was like, hold
That
on.
money ain't yours. You
It's not
saving it for
mine.
somebody else to give it to them.
So I'm putting money in the bank. But hey, Ruth, I'm putting money in the bank, but I still got debts. So I
Mm-hmm.
still need to pay my car note, my mortgage. Like you really not saving anything. That's what she told us. Let's shout out everybody on here. Let's see who we got. Georgia, Georgia. Oh, that's my boo. That's my
Mm-hmm.
sis in Cincinnati.
Hey,
We got
hey,
Raphael. We got our
in the
Maywood
house.
family in the house.
In the
Let's
house.
see.
Chantel in the building.
Shantae in Cincinnati. I will be in Cincinnati real soon on the 24th. Matter of fact, let me
Mm.
just let everybody know so we can get together. Um,
hmm
let's
My
see
girl
who we got.
AD on here,
Melanie.
Adrian.
Hey, Mel. I
Oh,
ain't seen
Mel on
Mel.
here? What? Oh,
Mel.
she is on here. Hey, Mel.
Yes. Necessa.
Mm-hmm.
That is my sis best friend. Her sis, my sis. That's all our sister right there. We got Marcus Sullivan in Michigan. Hey,
Mhm.
that's my little cousin right there. We got Jess. Hey, Jess, you that's your cousin and my
That's
cousin
fam.
Jess. Yeah,
That's
you
fam right
know.
there.
Let's see. MMB King's Trey. I'm not sure. I think he might have played football with my son. We got my cousin
Mhm.
Elnor in the house. We got Ruth. Hey, little Harry. We got TJ baby on here. That's
Mhm.
our little baby cousin. He in the military. I'm so proud of you, babe. You are doing your thing.
Hey.
And who is that? Adrena. I'm not sure.
Oh no, her
Hey,
name's Adrian.
Trevor.
Her name's Adrian.
Is it Adrian spelled a little different?
Yeah, that's my girl. We call her AD.
Hey, Sarita! That is Devin's best friend, Adam. That is his wife. That's my family. And we are in the building. All right, it's
Yeah.
going down. So, we're going to start with the first topic. I miss you, cuz. I'm coming to Cincinnati on the 24th. I'll be there till June 3rd. So we got to get together for sure. I got to see
Ooh.
you if you can. I know you're in the military, but if you can, I want to see you if you can.
Yeah. Family first,
Um,
tough.
right. So we are here tonight, living and learning with cousins. We keep it real lit, LIT, real life, real issues, real talk every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Arizona time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Eastern
That's
Standard.
Miami. That's is that Georgia too? Cincinnati,
Yeah. Yeah.
Chicago,
No,
Georgia.
Chicago on Central Time.
Hi, Aunt Debbie. I know she's going through a lot right now, but that is my boo. Now,
Mhm.
we are going to break this topic down. I know we spent a lot of time last week um, talking about personal growth. It meant a lot to us, so it took a little more time, but we want to respect y'all time. Uncle Lonnie! Uncle Lonnie's in the
What up,
house.
Aunt? Uncle Zoe in the
Yeah.
building.
Now, we're going to make sure that we keep this where we can, try to give you as much information possible in the time that we have in order to respect y'all time on a Tuesday night. So we're gonna start with
Yeah.
the first topic,
Yeah.
and this is and the topic is budgeting, and we're gonna talk about probably things that we do as well as things that we heard, maybe good ideas and people might have gave us. But the first one that I have is a
First bullet
bill
point.
account. Bill account. Bullet point. Bill account. And this probably works well if you're in a relationship, but it'll probably work well if you're single, right? A bill account. So that's a separate checking account that's only for the bills. And we talk about household bills. If you got a
Mhm.
car note and your spouse got a car note, or even if you're single and you just got a car note, you can add that into household bills, right? But if you thinking about it in a partnership, me and my cousin both, married or soon to be, right? So we are living the partnership life. We are living the soulmate life. We are living, the life of having that significant other. Um, so a bill account, I think, is a great idea, and I heard this from a family member, where her and her partner, they put in the money for the bills in that account only. That way, because I know a lot of times we really don't like that auto draw thing. I know I don't. What about you, cuz?
I don't. No, I don't mess with it.
I don't really like it. I use it for certain things, but I can't say I like it. But the bill account thing is a great idea because you can auto pay everything from rent, mortgage, electricity, the important things, right? Food is very important, but usually you can't auto bill that. But I don't know. They got the new thing now at Walmart and at the grocery store where you can like order your stuff. You know what I mean? So they might,
Online,
yes.
have it dropped off.
Right. Hey, Crystal. Hi,
Oh,
Boo.
what up, cuz?
Hey, Marquise. So, the first thing we were talking about is a bill account. So that's where you put. I think it's a great idea. I think that especially in either way, single or partnership, but I think in a partnership, you can break down the household bills. It'll actually make it easier for both of you because if you break down the household bills and you split it in half, and you put your half in and your partner put their half in, that won't include if you decide you want a car note because we can pay our car note off, right? And then say, oh, I want a new car. That shouldn't reflect on the household bills. If you want a new car, you better make sure that's separate from the household bills. I don't know. What you think about that, Champagne?
Well, yeah, I think it's important to have definitely a joint account, where you guys handle the things that you guys have together, house. You can even put the car in there because, it's probably important for you both to have your own car because think about how you have to live if you only got one car. And then you got to get up early and drop them off at work and then go and then instead of coming home, relaxing, you got to pick them up from work. So it just add a lot of stress to your day. So I think it might be kind of important to just add all the major bills together, because it's important for your wifey to have her car whatever. And it's important for you to have your own car, I think, especially living in certain areas, where the transit is not as prominent. So, but yes, definitely have an account for your bills, and then wifey should have her own personal account, and husband should have his own personal account because I don't think all the accounts should be joint because if I want to do something special for you or buy you something. You shouldn't know that I bought it before I bring it to you just because you looked on the statement and saw that I bought something at Macy's. Like you shouldn't know that. I should be able to still surprise you. So I think it's important to definitely have a separate bill account, and then the personal accounts, and also savings. You know, very 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 important. But I think that's probably another bullet point you got over
I was about to say you jumping the gun. You
there.
are definitely jumping the gun. You know that's in there for sure. Um, and some other type of savings. But I agree. With my husband buys me many gifts. Oh, y'all want to see one? That's the new
Oh,
bracelet
oh,
I just got recently,
I want to see
and a couple
shoes.
pair of shoes, and they're like very very cute, girl. Wedges. They were too cute. I love my wedges, but I agree. I agree 100%. You have to have a bill account because that's household things. Household things are shared responsibility, and it's got to be something separate. Because I like to go on trips and do things. I may want to go on a girl trip. It may not just be, a husband and wife type trip. You know what I mean? I want to go on girls trips. I want to go with my cousins, your sister and Rashida, my
Mhm.
cousin. I want to go. So I need to have my separate account with my own money, and that's exactly what we do. We have it where the bills is here, and then there's he has his own, and I have my own. That's very very important. It's not everybody got to have in a relationship their own individuality, and then you come together and you have it together. It's
Yeah.
very important to have the togetherness, but it's also very important to have your own individuality because you are one person and then you're one. You unite as one. So that makes it very, where everybody has their own identity as well as together. You over there yawning on us, cousin? What you tired?
I'm good though. I ain't gonna lie, I've been up since 6 a.m. Just handling things. But I'm here with y'all though. That's all that really matters.
Right. Hey,
Oh yeah.
Crystal. So, okay, we're gonna move on to the next one because I feel like we hit that one.
Yeah.
And well, this one kind of, I guess we hit this one too because it was about partnership, and we kind of broke
Mm,
that down already. Having one joint account for the household bills, and then two
mm-hmm.
separate accounts because, like cousin said, Champagne's like, hey, if I want to buy you something special, you don't need to see that I just ordered you flowers and delivered them to your job. Like, I don't want to see
Mm-hmm.
that. I want to see the flowers when they come.
Exactly.
So we
Exactly.
definitely touched on that one. Um, Next topic, bullet point. Stop splurging.
Stop
Like,
splurging.
yes, because sometimes people live hood rich, so we got a point on that. You know what I mean? Don't live hood rich. Like, if my bills ain't paid, I ain't going out of town. If y'all see me and y'all on my Facebook and y'all see pictures of me going out of town, that's because all my bills is paid. Okay. People be trying to
Mm-hmm.
splurge. Like, don't get me wrong. Hey, twin. I'll be in Cincinnati. Sorry, cousin. I'll be in
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati on the 24th, boo. I can't wait to see you and all my loved ones. But yes, we were talking about stop splurging, living hood rich, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know the song. Who was that? Champagne. Was that Young Money? Who was that? With the song.
What song?
That was oh my goodness, I'm going blank right now on his name.
You gotta sing the song.
Oh my goodness. Don't make me pull it up, but I'm gonna pull it up for y'all because I already know what it is. Now, living hood rich.
All right.
That was Manny Fresh and Baby. Actually, that was Manny. Actually, I think it was just Manny Fresh by itself. But
Okay.
living hood rich.
Big
That
Papa.
means y'all splurging. Y'all got y'all cars with the rims and the candy paint and your child, your baby mama can't get diapers for your kid. Like, you can't do that.
Can't do that.
We talking about budgeting. You cannot be living
Mm-hmm.
hood rich. Like, yeah, I do. I got a charge sitting outside on 22s. But guess what? My bills is paid. Okay. And there ain't nothing that we need in here. We got food in the refrigerator.
True.
Like, you got to take care of the necessities first. Hey, Auntie Irma.
Yeah, yeah. My dog Neverline in the building. What up, bro,
Hey,
bro?
Renee. So, what the specific is not living hood rich, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the song, Gator boots with the pimped out
With the good
Gucci suit.
style
But I ain't had to
Gucci
look it up.
too.
Ain't got no
Da-na-na-na-na.
job, but I stay
But I stay
shy. Can't
shy.
pay my rent, but all my money's
All
spent.
my
You know what song
money
I'm talking about. I was gonna look
spent.
it up, but I ain't have to. It came right
But
to me.
I'm hood rich. Da 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 da.
I
I
stay
got you.
fly. Right, exactly. Don't be living hood rich.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take care home, take care of your kids. You know, I'm going this weekend to take my son to Texas to go to college to show out at they combine and show him what he do. You know what I mean? You got to take care of the kids and take care of home. And mostly all of us got kids like before we be trying to be flying, we in the mall and we putting dubs on our cars. That's one big point
Mm-hmm.
of budgeting. What you think about that, Champagne?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, basically, if you're hood rich, the fact that you got to put hood before the rich, that just really means you ain't rich. That's all that means. So, hood rich means you're looking rich, but you ain't rich. That's like having a beautiful girlfriend that treats you like piece of a piece of boo boo. Like, what's the point of that?
Crap.
You know what I mean? So it's better to actually be rich and look like you ain't got it when you actually do than to look rich. And when it come down to the get down, you ain't got nothing in your pocket because you spent it on what you're looking like on the
Mm.
outside. So hood,
You
hood
better
rich is a
preach.
no go. What happened?
You better preach.
No, I mean hood rich is a no go, man. That's a no go. I mean, and that comes from society just steadily worrying about what they looking like and what people think of them. Well, like I think I said this in an episode before, people are steadily worrying about looking like they got it instead of actually putting the work in to actually have it. And that's what we should be doing. and we could be hood
Yes,
rich, anywhere
I definitely
we
agree.
go
And
rich. You know what I mean?
that's right. I actually feel like, well, there's no very vulnerable. And I say that all the time because I'm vulnerable with y'all because the point is, if I'm vulnerable about what I've been through, then maybe you'll learn from me. That's why we involve y'all. We want, hey, put your questions down there. I ain't seen not one question about budgeting. We being quiet today. I don't know why. But I had a point I was like that. I lived in Cincinnati. Cincinnati is very flashy, and I'm probably gonna get flashy when I go there. But now I can go there and get flashy. I don't worry about anything. You know what I mean? But because that's what we do in Cincinnati, and it was it like I was young, I didn't know no better, and I thought that going to the mall Friday after work, early Saturday, getting ready for the club so I could be flashy. I mean, it was crazy. Like my
Mm-hmm.
son was a big time little league athlete. The coaches there were like um, big time. Uh, they actually were at the club and they were like head security and stuff. So they always gave us like tickets, me and my girls, and we would just do this on a regular. This is what you
Mm-hmm.
learn from, right? And
Yeah.
I was spending my money, but I wasn't even thinking about the bills at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been
Mm-hmm.
in a situation where I was like evicted or anything. I've never done that. But at the same time, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't spreading it out. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't thinking. At 41, I'm thinking about everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about retirement.
Yep.
Speaking of retirement, that's our next bullet point. Boom.
Hey, booyah! Brought it right in, girl. That was real smooth right there, girl. Smoothie.
Most people my age, like my mom, she owned it. Pensions galore, right? 401 stacked up. I worked in a pension department, and that's why that's our next bullet point because I was talking to elder people, and in that department, they would actually offer to actually buy out, let them take their pension at a certain percentage, right? And I would have to talk to the people, and they had to make decisions. Either you want to wait it out and take it monthly, or you just want to take a payout, right? And
Mm-hmm.
um, a lot of them took the payout, but that was because they were living only on Social Security. They didn't have pensions, they didn't have 401ks, and they were talking to me, and they were explaining to me like, you need to save, you need to put in, for retirement, try to get a pension. I mean, thank goodness for my job now because I will get a pension. I will have my pension here soon, right? And I already been putting in stacking my 401. That's the next bullet point. What do you do or how do you budget, Champagne, for that retirement? I'm setting myself up to where I retire. If I can't get Social Security, I don't need it. If I want to travel, I can
Mm-hmm.
travel. That's what I'm doing because it's
Mm-hmm.
very, very important to me, and that's a big part of budgeting. So, what do you think when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
that bullet point of retirement?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you do have to set yourself up for retirement. There's all type of tools and products that you can use from, mutual funds, IRAs, and obviously the pension if you work for a good job that, for a certain amount of years. I mean, all that stuff, 401ks, so you just uh have to educate yourself or find someone to educate you because they definitely will. If you walk into a you know, what I'm trying to say, like a Morgan and Chase or whatever. You know, they will definitely educate you on the different products and tell you what's best for you at whatever point and how much money you got and what works best for you and the percentage of increase and all that stuff. So, that's definitely a conversation and something you want to look into to secure your future. I mean, it's very, very, very important. Jobs sometimes will match your 401k, which will help you actually double it, more than what you would. I mean, there's just a bunch of different things. So, set yourself up. Now, I'm not gonna lie. You know what my plan is? I mean, do that whole thing, the 401k and then the pension and all that. But I'm about to make so much money that I'm just gonna put half of that to the side and be good. I don't know if that's a good plan or not, but that's positive thinking. I feel like I'm about to make a whole bunch of money, enough where I ain't gonna need nothing else besides my savings and my checking and my babe, and we gonna take over the world.
Maybe it's smart
Uh,
if
that's
you pay yourself, like what we talked about at the beginning. The way one
hmm
of our, I'll just say aunties or uncles, but I guess I said him, so it's one of our uncles. Did like he would
uh-huh.
pay himself and he wouldn't go out every weekend, and he paid himself until he had enough money to start a business, and
hmm
that could be smart. I mean, it's different ways to skin a cat, and yes,
hmm
Sean, yes, if your job matches, which mine do, and I make sure they match in everything. I'm doing Roth, non-Roth, like I'm doing it all
hmm
because I know how much they match. So I'm making sure it's all getting set up because I ain't playing. Because me and my husband, we hitting the road, baby. We hitting the road. Yes, that's a good idea. What you're doing is good. She says she pay in the amount, the same amount that her job matches. So she's doubling up her retirement.
hmm
Retirement is so important because if you think
Yeah.
about it, I'm 41. Well, retirement, I don't even know anymore. Like I think it's 63, 62. So you're talking about 20 years? You see what I'm saying? Hey
hmm
Tammy, that's my boo. She coming to Cincinnati with me. That's my
hmm
BFF. She coming to Cincinnati with me. But yes, you want to make sure that they matching for sure. And matching is amazing because you're doubling up what you're putting away. Put away as much as you can. Like go let's go back. We talked about adding up your household bills because if you know what your household bills is, then guess what? Then you know what is not yours. You know what's gotta go.
But don't spend it.
You know, you see that check. Come on, Champagne. You see that check, you be like, I be like, ooh.
hmm
But I
It
know,
all ain't yours.
you
hmm
know what gotta go. You know, a certain amount of that gotta go. You know, so when you know that that's going into the bills, then you know what you got left, and you know what you can pay yourself. And we talked about doing that in savings or 401k. Hey Tanya,
hmm
wow,
Auntie Irma just came on here too. What
yes,
up, Auntie?
she said that 10% people giving to the church. She said could be paid to yourself.
To
Well,
yourself.
that's
She over there
exactly
snapping.
what our uncles is saying.
She over there snapping.
You have to be able to put some money away. Like you have to not only just savings. We talked about 401ks. We talked about pensions. All that. You got to be able to pay yourself because when it's time to not work any longer, and that's the way society has set us up. We don't necessarily have to. Let me just say that. And I know this probably gonna hit in some people's hearts and seats. But you don't necessarily have to be average and clock into a job every day. There's many things that you can do that you may have a purpose for. And I know that's another topic that me and my cousin have on the list. Maybe your
Mm-hmm.
purpose in life may not be clocking into a job every day, but that takes sacrifice and risk as well. So
Mm-hmm.
um, let's move to the next bullet point. Wait a minute. Sean said, "Give me options to paying myself, please." We giving that to you. We breaking it down for you, sis. She said,
Mm-hmm.
"And don't pay taxes."
She
I'm
said
on.
I don't pay tithe. Yeah, she don't pay tithe.
Oh, she said she don't pay tax.
Yeah, she don't.
You know, when it do come to the church, I mean, I want to
Tell
utilize
them how you feel.
the
Tell them
facility.
how you feel. I'm gonna tell them how I feel.
Okay, I'm gonna say I want to utilize the facility. I do go to a church that's big. Like we got a basketball court, we got classrooms upstairs, we got all kinds of stuff, and it's something about giving back to the church that I really do hold close to my heart because I want to use the church facilities. I want to give back to the church because the church is a community. It helps the community. It helps people learn more about themselves. It teaches them the Bible, which to me teaches you to be a better person. Me learning the
Mm-hmm.
Bible was the first beginning of me changing to be a better person. Me learning the Bible, actually studying it. And so, like,
Mm-hmm.
getting back to church, I don't think it's that bad. Am I dedicated to 10%? I can't say that I'm dedicated to the 10%, but I am dedicated to giving back to the church because it's
True.
a facility that gives back to me, and gives back to the.
True.
So it does mean a lot to me. But what you think about tithing and giving back to the church, Champagne?
Man, so I don't even look at it as giving it to church. You're really giving it to God, man. If you believe in God, that's his haven. That's where he does the the beginning of his, and I wouldn't say the beginning of his work, but a lot of his work is done there. And God is the one that gives you the ability, the skill, even the energy, even woke you up in the morning so that you can go make that 100% of the money or the income you're gonna have, right? So why not give him 10%? I mean, because if he disabled you tomorrow, you making zero. So I just thanking him for giving me the wherewithal and the ability and the skill to go make this money. He deserved 10%. Nobody else woke us up but him. Nobody else made us but him. You know what I mean? So,
This is his
you
temp.
know,
Like, how we
it's
gonna
it
keep?
is what it is.
And I live in Arizona. How we gonna keep the air on if we not giving back to the church
You don't want to be up in there sweating
though?
with the fans. You seen them in there like,
Do that.
ooh, tired
You,
of him.
I agree, and you almost got me teary eyed. I be trying definitely not to do that. When I'm talking to y'all, hi Auntie Cheryl. That's my boo. Your mom's on here. So I definitely, she said,
Nice.
go to church, but I donate where I can, mainly to other people. I mean, give
And I
back.
hope she's talking about people that's in need because when you're doing that, you are giving back to God. You're being a good Samaritan, yo. God tells us to do that. Take care of our fellow man. So yes, even though you're giving back to a certain person, they're in need. You giving to God. That's God's child. You know what I mean? We all God's children. So when you're doing that, you doing your version of tithing. That's what the church gonna do too. The church gonna try to take care of the community and try to build up people's. That's the same thing you're doing. You don't necessarily need an entity to go do that. If you're doing the exact same thing, you're giving to God. You doing that, Shantae, Graham Grabber.
I definitely
Okay, you doing that.
agree because my church, they definitely are helping the community, helping people in need. When they need electricity. I know for me specifically. Hey, brother. Hey, Devin. For me specifically, when my son went to college, he had a full scholarship. This is my oldest, so this is Vino. But the scholarship only covered 2 meals a day. But it covered
Wow.
expenses, books, you know, tuition, all that stuff. But only 2 meals a day. So you never know, depending on what college you go to, what they're covering until you go to that college and they tell you, right? Um,
Hmm.
and my church, the deacons came together and they sent a scholarship to the school so that he can get 3 meals a day. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
you're right. They are giving back. And that included my tithing,
your
right?
tithe.
You see
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So definitely, hey Lynetta. So they definitely do give back to the community, and I do know another family member who they wind up, helping her with electricity and things that she needed. Um, that it was a part of our family, and they were a member of the church. The church definitely give back to the community. If
Hmm.
giving positivity and knowledge, but also they're looking out for the community, which is amazing. Hi, cousin. Mwah. We got to get
What
together.
up, cuz?
The next time the family has something way over there on the west side, y'all need to contact me so I can come and show up, okay? Now, so we were talking about budgeting and giving back to the church and budgeting that in. Hey, Cameron, I see you on the 24th. I'll be in Cincinnati, boo. Now, So,
Little bro on here too. What up, Devin?
yeah, Devin on here. Auntie, she said, God requires 10% of your increase, which includes gifts. I can't wait to see you either, Cameron. So that's true. And that's what we were saying. Like, we have to give back to the church that's giving back to the community that's doing God's work. Us being on here with y'all don't understand. Y'all may not realize it because we hitting different life topics. But that's us giving back. That's us doing God's work. We feel like this is our purpose. We talked about this before. We even brought it to y'all, right? Me and my cousin Champagne, this is us doing God's work. We feel like we've been through so much. We feel like we got so much to give. And the reason why we come here every week is to give back because
Give
we
back,
know
man.
that's what God
Knowledge.
wants to do. What you
Knowledge is one of the best things you can pass on. Period. Simple as that. No one can take it from you. Once you got it, you got it. You know what I mean? And that's just something that's just irreplaceable. A lot of times, knowledge is you can't put a price on it. You know, certain things, if you know it, it just enhances your life for the rest of your life once your eyes are opened up. So sometimes all you need is a little knowledge to be able to move forward and be successful. You know, so we just want to give y'all what we got. Some of y'all that help, some of y'all that won't. Some things will help you, some things won't. But we're just giving you everything, and you can take what works and forget what don't. That's all good. Still love y'all.
right? He gonna make me get emotional because he know how I feel about that. But hey, David, good to see you, cousin. So we're gonna move to the next topic because we said we are gonna respect your time tonight. We know it's a Tuesday night. We're not gonna go too long tonight like we did last week. So, well, the next bullet point was a savings account, and we kind of hit that. You know, making sure you're saving, but remember, you're not saving if you have a mortgage,
You
credit cards that you haven't,
got debt.
car notes that's financed. Because if you're
Mhm.
saving and you're you're just stashing, but you owe that, so you're really
You're gonna
not
be giving it up.
saving.
Exactly. It ain't yours. You
It's not,
saving it for somebody
it's,
else.
it's gonna go out.
Hmm.
So, Devin said wisdom is always helpful. You know,
Of
we
course.
believe that this is our purpose to give, you know, what we've learned and everything we've been through and to give it back so maybe somebody else may learn from it. Like
Hmm.
cousin said, you know, if you can take some, if you can leave some, but hopefully it helps somebody. If I help one person, then
Hmm.
we did our work.
Yeah.
We did our work. We did what God put us here for. You know.
Hmm.
We talked about a joint account. You
I'm about
came
to say, Devin, you late, bro. You late, bro. That's one of the first things we talked about.
in. I can sum it up real quick because we trying to make sure we keep it in a timely manner for you guys.
Hmm.
There should be one household account for all the household shared bills, right? So
Yes.
we talking about mortgage or rent, electricity, water. Um, I don't know. Some people put their insurances together, like their car insurance, but your car note,
Hmm.
that's your responsibility. That's not on your partner because they got their own car note, right? That's not shared responsibility. Food, you can budget food. You can calculate the food bill and add that in there, you know.
Hmm.
So there's one shared account for household things, and then you have a separate account, and your partner has a separate account because, like cousin said, I don't need to know my husband just ordered me roses.
Hmm.
And we was talking
Let
about
him surprise you.
the bracelet that he bought me. But you know, I don't need to know that he's buying me gifts. I just need to see it when it comes and be happy and surprised. So that's
Hmm.
about that, Devin. Um, the next bullet, and we almost at the end here. Work with each other. I like to bring that up when it comes to budgeting because in a partnership, when it comes to budgeting, sometimes your partner may have a hard time or a hard road, or you know, things happen. People get laid off at their job. Um,
Hmm.
sometimes you may. get fired for no reason. You know, I talked about a situation I was in a couple weeks ago. And
Mm-hmm.
things happen where you got to pick yourself back up. Work with that partner.
Work
You
with
know,
them.
it's okay when it comes to budgeting to work with that partner. Like you may be feeling like you're taking the short end of the stick at the moment, but as long as you know you got a partner that's gonna pull through, it may be a short
Mm-hmm.
period of time, but give them time and
Yeah.
don't be hard on them. You know what I mean? Don't like if something happened to me, God willing, I think I worked too hard, you know, but I'm saying if for some reason I would lose my great paying corporate America job, like I would expect my husband to work with me or vice versa. If he was to lose his, like I would expect I would work with him and not give him such a hard time and talk about it every day and dog him every day and like give him
Mm-hmm.
all these things about how bad I feel because I'm paying most of the bills at this moment. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
work with you as long as there's an effort there. As long as I see him giving me
Yeah.
effort or I'm giving
Yeah.
effort to get back on my
Mm-hmm.
feet, work with him.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Oh
that,
yeah.
Champagne?
Yeah, man. Hey, I got two main things to say about that. Number one, it's cheaper to keep her. That's just how it is. It's cheaper to keep her, man. That ain't nobody when they said that, all right, there's some real truth behind that. Like for real, for real. So work with the person that you love, man. Be with the person that you love. You know, finances is one of the matter of fact, it's the number one reason for divorce in the world today. Finances, the number one reason. But that's probably has to do with, you probably not communicating also and just buying stuff and he don't know or she don't know and then they're like, oh, where does $800 we needed and it's gone because you ain't communicated, you just used it. Whatever. All I'm saying is work it out, okay? Because, what you have, there's levels to things. So what you have, maybe it ain't good. You can get somebody else and it can get worse. Just love who you with, work it out, communicate. It's cheaper to keep it. The second thing I'm gonna say is the grass is not green on the other side.
You
It
better
ain't.
believe it.
The grass ain't green on the other side. The grass is actually greener where you water it at, where you put the work in at. That's
Ooh,
where it get green at. Know what I mean, they want to always try to go over the other fence and see where if it's green because it look green, but then when you get over there, it's crabgrass
it's
or it's
dry.
astroturf. It's
It's dry.
astroturf. It ain't real grass. That ain't the grass you was looking for. You was like, dang, it looked good from this side of the fence, but nope, it's where you put the work in. So, like you said, yo, work it out, yo. Know what I mean, it's cheaper to keep her. The grass is greener where you water it. For real, for real.
You better believe it. You have to nourish and water that grass for sure. It is definitely cheaper to keep her, and the grass is not greener on the other side. I definitely agree
Mm,
100%. Ooh,
mhm.
ooh, that was good. Ooh, you gotta get me one of them like shakes. Sounds so good. I love it, cousin. All right, now moving on to the next topic. So we just talked about working together. Now we talk about a trip fund. So we on the topic of budgeting. If you're just coming in, and the next part of this topic is a trip fund. Like I don't know. I was raised like this. If you work hard every day, you have to find time to do something for yourself. Like
Mhm,
this is whether you're single or in a relationship, it doesn't matter. It's a trip
mhm,
fund. So that's separate. So you got your savings, you got your retirement, you got your household fund. I don't care if it's $20 a paycheck. That's a part of budgeting. That's
mhm,
the whole topic. You have to break down the income to make sure you have different avenues to be able to spread it around. And the reason why I
mhm.
say trip fun, it don't necessarily got to be a trip, right? But something fun. And if it's just you, do it for yourself. If it's
Yep.
you and a significant other, do it together. If you want to bring the
Mhm.
kids in, bring the kids. Let's do a family trip.
Do it. Let's
But
do it.
have fun where whether it could be $20. Think about that. Calculate that. 20 times 10 is 200.
200. Mhm.
And so 240 a year. So even if you did it every other year, so you saving close to $500 per person, depending on if it's just you or if it's you and a partner. That's 1,000. That's a trip. That's
Mm-hmm.
$20 a pay period, right?
Yep.
You cannot just be work, work, work and no nothing. Like you have to be able to have time to do some other things, and have
Yes.
fun with life because one day we're gonna go. And if I go tomorrow, I can honestly say I didn't have some fun. You know what I mean? But I want to make sure that I can say that it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't just work, 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 and nothing else. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Ashley. Well, what do you think about
Man,
that?
listen. I'm about to preach to y'all real quick. All right. So number one, I'm in the vacation industry. That is what I do. A lot of people don't even know what I do for real, for real. All right. I sell vacations. I slang vacations to those who don't even know that that's what they need. Okay. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. All right. The average adult that takes at least 1 week vacation per year, 30% less chance of having heart disease and having heart attacks just for taking 1 week per year. All right, because there's some people who just won't take a break. So they got to keep working and getting that rat race, keep working, 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 working. They get sick because they're stressed out. Stress is the number one cause of heart attack, by the way. How do you de stress? You have to let go of the things that stress you, the everyday activities. How can you do that? You got to get away. You got to take vacations. You got to take breaks. All right. America, I'm gonna be honest with you. America is one of the number one countries that turn us into workaholics. You know, and because basically you work 50 weeks, you work 50 weeks, okay, and you pretty much on average you get like 2 weeks of vacation. You know what that means? You spend the bulk of your time with the people that you work with, and a minimum amount of time with the people you love. Okay, so what kind of message you think that's sending? Because some people still don't even take that. All right, say you got family. What kind of message you sending to your family when you won't even take that time that your job is giving you to spend time with them, to create those memories, to create those experiences that are priceless that you can't get back. Like I said before, some of my favorite memories is, hanging out with my cousins, man. Just being around the house and playing cards and just running around and just enjoying family, on off time when our family decided that we're gonna come together and spend quality time together. Those some good nights, man. Parents up all night playing cards and they laughing, just hearing that and being in the house when the house is buzzing, the family's there, spending time together. Just de-stressing, just doing what you like to do. Okay, that's very, very, very important. All right. Now I was talking about America, right? Did you know Canada has free health care, right? But did you also know that if you do not take at least 2 weeks of vacation per year, Canada will not give you free health care because they feel like that's a part of health. Okay? If stress is what give you heart disease, then you need to sometimes de-stress. If not, you're killing yourself. So Canada's saying, yo, if you're not gonna take care of yourself, we ain't doing it either. So it's a fact. All right? And women is even higher. When you ladies take 1 week vacation, 8 times less to have a heart attack. And and ladies, you guys are smarter than us. You ladies multitask. So you guys got a lot of stress on your shoulders, man. You guys do a lot. You guys gotta let it go sometimes. Sometimes you have to just let your hand off and just go hang on the beach or something. I mean, whatever your fun place is or your happy place is, you gotta go there and just let the world go. Leave your phone. I know that's hard nowadays. Leave that phone, but turn your phone off. Turn your phone off. Just relax. Don't let nothing take your day away. When it's time for relaxation, you need that relaxation because when you can relax, you can refresh yourself. Then you can get back and really help the people in a better and more efficient way than you will if you just kept working, working, working until you burn yourself out. Okay? That's all I'm really trying to say. Okay, enjoy your vacations. Oh, and boom. I ain't even gonna say it. Across seas in Europe, you gotta take a month. You gotta take a month, yo. If you don't take a month, you ain't getting that vacation. You ain't getting that free healthcare. In the countries over in Europe that give you free healthcare, you gotta take a month per year, 30 days. They make you take 30 days because they recognize how that actually can improve your health and keep you healthy. Okay, so I mean, yes, work is very important, but everything in life is about balance, which also means you gotta play. Okay, you gotta play. And if you don't, you'll just burn out and become, I don't know, a vegetable or something. I don't know. But either way, take your vacations, man. Spend time with the ones you love. Leisure time. hang out. I don't know, go canoeing. Okay, go backpacking, go see the world. Just relax. And then come
Yeah.
back and take over the world again when you're ready for the next 50 weeks. That's it.
Right, right. That's
That's
why
it.
we're saying budget and a trip for everybody that just came on. Hey, Nicole. That's what we're talking
Nicodemus,
about. Budget and a
Nicodemus
trip.
on here? Oh, snap, Nicodemus in the house.
That's why Cousin Champagne was just saying, like you, I'm so glad that I do feel that way because I had no idea. I do know, and we don't talk about this when we talk about health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
What things you can do that actually can add years to your life because
Mm-hmm.
that's that's one of my passions and my specialties. So of course I know. We'll talk about
Mm-hmm.
that, but I had no idea, and I don't know if I missed it on the list or what, but I had no idea that me loving to get away from my routine and my environment is actually adding years to my life. It feels so
Yep.
great. That's why I love doing this with you, cuz because you
Hey, we're
be
living and
opening my
learning.
eyes up to some things that I didn't even know. Right?
And vice versa.
Yeah. Hey, Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Cookie? So, um, definitely take the time and back to the budgeting point of it. And Champagne just broke down why it's important. Budget trips, budget
Gotta take them.
vacations, budget getting
Exactly.
away from your routine. That
Mm-hmm.
9 to 5 every day for a whole year is not the business. Don't take your vacation and go lay in the house. Budget,
Mm-mm.
even if, like I said, even if it's $20 a week, then you could at least get out every other year. Do that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, because we definitely gonna get out of here after this one, teach your kids to budget. Don't let the kids think. I mean, they already be thinking that we made the money, but don't let them think that it's okay when they become adults. So even if they
Mm-hmm.
think we made the money, even while they're in high school or they're in college, preach it to them. Let them know, hey, you need to start saving your money. You need to put your money up. Hey, I'm not going to be. Maybe you might got to say no sometimes because
Mm-hmm.
I'll be having to say no sometimes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I may not want to because my boys are such great boys, like they doing great things, and I may not want to, but I have to say no sometimes. Let them know, hey, you should have saved that money you had last time you asked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You knew you was
Yep.
leaving for college soon. Don't be asking me for a whole bunch of money. You leaving and you gonna need some stuff while you down there. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say no. So teach your kids how to budget their money. You can start them off with a tooth fairy money, birthday
Mm-hmm.
money, because I know like my kids, they get a lot of money on their birthdays because I throw big
Mm-hmm.
old parties, and it just so happen because I'm throwing big old parties, they be getting a lot of money. Save your money. Teach your kids how to save their money, how to
Mm-hmm.
budget their money.
Yes.
And what
Yes.
do you think about that, Champagne?
Now, teaching your kids how to budget. All right. I think so. That's a little bit more of a complex part, which you can definitely teach your kids, but you got to start with the simple part, right? It's teaching them, in order for them to recognize the value of budgeting and money, they got to know the value of money itself. So you got to first start with the value of money. Let me tell you how my dad taught me, right? So I used to work for
I
him.
love him. I
And
love you, Uncle
yeah.
Nate.
I used to work for him. Whatever. I worked whatever for a week. I get $100. I was young, bro. I was maybe like 8, 9, 10 years old. $100, bro. Yeah, I felt like I was balling, bro. I had $100 bill. I used to carry it around with me. I used to carry around my $100 bill, show people like, yo, look at my $100 bill, cuz I'm doing it. You know? And I think my dad seen me doing that one day. So we was riding in the van and he was like, you got $100, huh? And I'm like,
In the
yeah, I
green
got a
van,
hundred
huh?
dollars. Yeah, yeah, in the green machine, we used to call it. It's like, yeah, I got $100, pops. I appreciate that. I'm beaming from ear to ear. He's like,
Thanks.
all right, cool. You need a couple things though, cause school gonna start. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be good though. He was like, all right. So he was like, I noticed, you need some underwear, you know, and so you gonna buy some underwear with that? And I was like, yeah, I can buy some underwear. I got plenty of money, no big deal. So he was like, you know how much underwear costs? I was like, man, yeah, I mean, not really, but because mama used to buy it. She usually buy the underwear. So he started breaking it down like, oh, underwear shoes, they can come like $14 a pack sometimes. You get like 4, 5 of them, like $14. So you probably need like two of those. That's $30. You got $70 left. I'm like, cool, I got $70. That's what's up. He was like,
I'm good.
man, you gonna need some shirts, you know? So, so how many shirts you gonna get? Oh, I'm like, yo, I got plenty of money. So, long story short, we started adding up this list of just regular frivolous things I ain't think about, and before I know it, I had basically no money. All I was gonna buy was some underwear, a couple of t-shirts, one pair of jeans. I ain't even have enough for shoes, and I'm like, dang. And then I start recognizing, man, $100 ain't nothing.
Right.
I got a budget. I gotta save this money because this ain't enough.
That
And
is
that's how I actually
hilarious.
learned. That's how I learned. I was like, dang. And because you don't even think about as a kid how much money your parents are putting into making you look okay.
Mm,
Buying your underwear, buying your socks, all that adds up. You know what I mean? Buying your little pants, buying your shirt,
your
buying
food.
your church clothes, buying them shoes. You know what I mean? Even before they even give you food. We ain't even talking about food and even the shelter over your head. You know what I mean? So you have to sometimes break it down for your kids, like, yo, nickel and dime it with them. Let them recognize, like, yo, dang, money don't really grow on trees, and it costs a lot to live. So
Right.
I need money in the back end just in case something happen. Like, car breakdown. That's $400 or $500 sometimes. You
Think
got that
about
chilling in the bank? Hopefully you do. But if you
right.
don't, now how you gonna get to work and make the rest of the money you gonna need to take care of your household? And now you gotta fix the car, you
Right.
know? So it's just things you gotta just break down for your kids so they can recognize and understand the value of money. Then they can know, like, man, I actually do need to budget so that I could be okay.
That is 100% correct. Oh, yes. That was hit. Now, I do smell burritos. I know a few people just came on. So we'll just do a quick summary of budgeting episode 7, living and learning with cousins. Sacrifice equals wealth. You got to sacrifice if you think you're going to be able to count. Household bill account, and that's it. Partnership is half and half. Stop splurging. I lost my co-host. I don't know what happened, but that's okay. Have a savings account. Put away for retirement. Work with each other. Sometimes people love you too, bruh. Sometimes people have ups and downs and things happen, where they not always gonna have it. Work with them. A trip fund. And cousin talked about that. He talked about um, how they put years on your life to be able to take some time away and teach your kids how to budget. Don't forget, living and learning with cousins every Tuesday night at 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Oh, he coming back. Okay, he coming back. But remember, living and learning with cousins every Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Arizona time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard every week. I think cousin wanted to say something. I want to make sure he get on here. Hold on. Let's get him in so he can give y'all his goodbye. But we love you guys. We love you so much. We love being with you. Y'all are definitely amazing. We love y'all for your ideas. We love and give you guys a closing. You back? What happened? I can't hear you. Do it again. Oh, he's saying bye. Mwah. Love you. You guys, next week, Living and Learning with Cousins, 6 p.m. Arizona time, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. Can't wait to see y'all next week. Love you. Mwah.